Lonzo Ball, ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. Listen, we
I'm coming back, man. Come on.
have breaking news. Zoe, he responds to Stephen A. Smith, his reckless claims. He said, I couldn't believe he uttered these remarks. Seriously, he came out today, on his platform that everybody views, and Lonzo had a lot of things to say. Stephen A. came out and said that basically Lonzo Ball is having trouble getting up from a sitting position. Seriously, it's just like, and he's on a major network and he's saying these things. I think it's very, very reckless. And I love that Lonzo immediately checked him. He didn't let this linger for a few hours, a day, or 2 weeks, a month. He answered them right on the money. And I love what's going on. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports for more Lonzo Ball, ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. We bring an array of content, ladies and gentlemen. You already know Lonzo Ball. One thing I could say is Stephen A. and his crew and all them people, they do know the importance of Lonzo Ball. I believe Stephen A. was wrong on Lonzo initially, and then he basically came back around to earth. He continues to lament his arguments with De'Aaron Fox, but that's neither here nor there. Lonzo and Fox obviously is competitive, but they have mutual respect for one another. They know what it is between them two. You heard Lonzo say it. You've heard Fox say it on numerous occasions. They both, went toe-to-toe. Lonzo catch him, one night, and then, one night, the Kings catch him. It's just how the game goes, so, it's basketball at the end of the day, and those two have a great rivalry, and I can't wait to see it again. But Stephen A. was very wrong for his remarks. Lonzo is coming back. Listen, look at the way he is speaking. Look at the way he is moving. I think something is right. Clearly, Stephen A. was right on something was going on with the doctors. Seriously, how they don't know what's this, how they don't know. It was clearly some things going on, but like I said, Lonzo was ready to go, and that's what is most important. Last time we seen Lonzo, the Bulls was skyrocketing, and they mentioned that. They said that the Bulls, they didn't go too crazy. They didn't go out of this world saying the Bulls would be championship favorites, but they did say that the Bulls would be a lot better than what they are now. They mentioned DeMar DeRozan. Seriously, this man Debo, I ain't never heard that name till he got with Lonzo Ball. I'm being honest. Tell me if you heard that name Debo. I didn't hear that name till he got with Lonzo. When he got with Lonzo, these dudes started getting names. It was just crazy. Deals flying out the woodworks. This dude in the MVP discussion, Zach is doing his thing. Once everything goes out with Lonzo, Zach, he's in trade rumors. DeMar is just chucking up everything. It just don't make a lick of sense. And it's looking like a showdown between who stays, who goes. But they're all locked up, including Vooch. Like I said, I believe that the plan is to get Lonzo Ball back with this group of guys. And I expect them to really take off. And guys like Stephen A. and, all of these guys, talking heads they have on these networks, they will pay homage, like they always do. Stephen A. knows like no other to doubt Lonzo. And he did say that he don't believe that he'll ever be the same and things of that nature. I think that's ridiculous, and like I said, Lonzo will prove him absolutely wrong on that situation. Lonzo Ball is going to be on the right track. The doctors now understand what's going on. Lonzo understands what's going on. Lonzo is moving like a guy that's planning on coming back and recovering. I believe Lonzo could be cleared as early as 6 to 8 months. I don't know the timetable. It ain't been clearly everything is on hush mouth. I'm just telling you what I believe. I believe that Lonzo Ball is going to be cleared within 6 to 8 months. But you need extra time. You don't want to have no 6 to 8 months timetable out there, because what does that do? That increases, all kind of tension amongst the organization, the fan base, the media. All of these three dynamics could be very powerful. The fans, what do? We clamor for him. We want him back. We when is it? What's up with Lonzo? The countdown has begun. So I like how Lonzo and AK, that's why I said clearly Lonzo and AK and the Bulls organization is intact. He told you this was the most he's ever been a part of an organization. Obviously, they're highly upset, but they do understand highly that they need Lonzo Ball with this team. They need to see this thing through. They deserve it. And I believe it's going to happen. We will see Lonzo running and gunning this offense and showing people that he is going to be who he is. Remember, Lonzo Ball was specializing at the three-point line anyway. Obviously he was taking it to the rack. His playmaking abilities, that's never gonna leave you. The three ball, that's gonna prolong your career. That's something that Lonzo Ball has definitely enhanced in his game. He don't get enough credit for that, his shooting ability. Lonzo Ball is a marksman. This man came in the league as a laughing stock from three, shooting 30%. To now, he's shooting 42% from three. I mean, there's money. At what point, the way he was moving, what are you going to go up to 45%? All of these things were possible. Every time Lonzo shot the three, it was going down. And another thing, he was getting in rhythm. This is the sick part about the situation, that Lonzo Ball was going upward. You understand? His trajectory was moving up, and it's messed up. His stats was rising. Remember, Lonzo, statistically, at least points-wise, was definitely not something that a lot of people may have liked in the beginning, despite the winning record. You got to understand, Lonzo was sacrificing his game for the betterment of the team. It was nights where the stats was kind of deceiving. It was nights where Lonzo put up 20 plus on numerous occasions, putting up major assists. Timely assists when it's needed. That's another thing. Obviously, this team was heavy, on the perimeter when you got Zach and when you got DeMar DeRozan. Vooch got to get his touches. So the ball is going to stick. It's inevitable. You got two players that, are isolation heavy. And we all know DeMar DeRozan. They should just, when you think of isolation, you should just think of him. And Lonzo made it all work. He made this thing make sense, with a bunch of team of misfits, pardon me, where you look at it like this guy don't fit with this guy, that guy don't fit, just a team of what is going on. It's almost like you remember when they had Bledsoe in New Orleans. It was just, they had Adams, they had a bunch of pieces that just didn't fit. And obviously this team is ultra talented because at any given night, these guys could go off. But I wish the team was built differently. But Stephen A. Smith, just pump the brakes and chill. It's Flight Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe for more news, updates, and more. We bring in an array of Lonzo Ball content. Peace and love. It's Flight Sports TV.